Meantime, the Prime Minister, once he's back on Canadian soil, expected to attend a Liberal caucus retreat going on tomorrow in London, Ontario. Three-day retreat. It actually began today, and it comes as the Liberals are slipping in the polls in a dramatic way. They are way behind the Conservatives right now, not just the party, but the Prime Minister himself, way behind Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre. CTV's Judy Trinh is at the retreat and has more details today. Judy.
Well, Todd, it's interesting that you're leading into this story with a report on the Prime Minister's plane, because that is a metaphor. We can use the words, the Trudeau Liberals are sputtering. It's a failure to take off after a surging Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives in the polls after the convention that we saw on the past weekend. The lead that the Conservatives and Poilievre has over Trudeau right now is 14, at least according to one poll, and double digits across the board. They are not able to raise money as much as the Conservatives. And this is all happening. This caucus is happening amid this type of backdrop. So you can imagine the tension and the anger and the frustration that is going on in these rooms. What I can tell you right now is that the Women's Caucus is meeting. Later this afternoon, we'll have the Indigenous Caucus, and then we will have the Rural Caucus. So what happens at this convention is that these caucus members who belong to these groups, they get together and they hash it out in terms of basically telling the cabinet leaders what is going on the street. And there is concern that Trudeau's cabinet is out of touch, not listening to the people, that they do not have the right tone. And Todd, I want you to listen to these two clips that I'm about to throw to. We're going to listen to Alexandra Mendez. She is the Liberal MP for Brassard-La Prairie, as well as Melanie Joly. Now, there's two things that are coming out of this. They're formulating their strategy. So what they're looking at is they need to improve their communication plan, and they're going on the attack. Take a listen.
Communicating with Canadians is very, very important. We've sort of failed in being very aggressive in promoting what the government has done and has realized for Canadians.
Canadians don't want politicians that are putting emphasis and taking advantage on fear of anger. They want politics that is made positively. They're looking for optimism, and they want also positive messages.
It's interesting, Todd. You will hear that, Joly is saying that positioning Poilievre as someone who is angry, whereas the Liberals are going to position themselves as optimistic. But you know what? In order for them to sell that, they need to have a plan, and they don't really have a plan that's sticking when it comes to housing. And that is the major issue that is percolating across the board right now, Todd.
All right, Judy Trinh joining us from London, Ontario. Thank you, Judy.